everyone. This is Rex Red. I am back with another awesome Daz Studio tutorial today. Say that 3 times fast. We are going to work today with the Ultra Scenery Toolbox Volume 2. And as always, my tutorials, that's what the comment section is for, is if you find something in this tutorial that you can add to, like you can say, oh, you can also do this. Did you know that? You know, I don't take it like somebody who, and not at all, I want to learn. I want to learn this stuff. Now, this is the only tutorial on YouTube currently that explains how to do this. I know because I looked it up thinking that's what I do, is I looked it up to see, you know, am I being redundant? Has somebody already done this? And if somebody has done this, maybe I can learn something from them. So I don't want to make the intro too long about this. I want to jump right into what we're doing. Now, this scene right here, I created. So what we're going to do today is we're going to mix and match all of the ecologies from the different Ultra Scenery packs, so to speak, and where you can just take one little piece out of that one little piece out of that one, and easily make your own ecology, okay? And so that is what we're going to do today. So what you're looking at right now is an ecology that I created. Notice how there's like different kinds of trees. They're all kind of mixed in, and the grass is all, there's like little flowers. It's our own ecology. So this is what we're going to do. Okay, so I'm going to go File, New. And so then you can have like a whole bunch of saved ecologies that are your own that you put together. And it can be really fun to do this. So create. I think it's like really fun. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Deleting objects. All right. So what you have to do is you have to purchase this add-on to Ultra Scenery. And if we go to here, we go to here, and we go to Ultra Scenery Toolbox. Let's see if we can find this. Okay, so we have Ultra Scenery Toolbox 1 and Ultra Scenery Toolbox 2. They are not on sale right now, and no, I didn't plan it that way. I would prefer to actually do something like this when it is. Now, this one requires code 66, and let me see if the other one does. Okay, yeah. So you have to own Ultra Scenery, okay, and own a few landscapes, okay, in order to make this kind of use. I own all of the Ultra Scenery landscapes. Whenever one comes out, I don't wait until it goes down. You know, if I buy it at like the 20-30% off sale when it first comes out, because I really, I am a huge Ultra Scenery fan. I wish it was exportable. I wish instances were exportable. I assume at some point you'll be able to export instances into Unreal Engine. So it's just not there yet. Now, this is created by artists by code 66. I didn't know that. This is really, but it's also powered by it, which means that you have to own this plugin, which is $20. Okay, and this goes on sale also. I don't think I paid more than $5 for that. And these Ultra Scenery toolboxes here, I think I paid like $10 each for them. So you can get them maybe $8, somewhere in around there. And this is Ultra Scenery Toolbox 2. And if you can look and see, now this is what's really cool is this is what I haven't figured out how to do, is because they've scattered candles here, all right? And these items here, none of the, except for the grass and the street, none of these items are part of an Ultra Scenery set, because I know I own them all. So it says, if you use okay, so we're going to read about this. Have you dreamed of mixing ecologies in Ultra Scenery? Yes. Placing palm trees and apple trees in the same ecology of your scene. Okay. Have you spent hours trying to get those plants that is in the way of your perfect camera of the plant? This is not like worded in right English. Have you spent hours trying to get those plants that are in the way of your perfect camera angle to move away? The wait is over. Ultra Scenery Toolbox Volume 2 brings you a new set of essential tools for your Ultra Scenery workflow. With UST Ecology Engineer, you can create new ecologies for Ultra Scenery by cloning existing ecologies and editing them, or creating new ones from scratch by adding ecology layers from all the installed ecologies in your system. Okay. Now that doesn't say that that you can add ecologies from your content, but with UST Instant Group Load, you will easily find those camera blocking plants, and you can move them or remove them from the scene. If you are really an advanced user and have dived into the inner secrets of Ultra Scenery, you can create your own ecology layers and make them available to UST ecology to be incorporated in any other ecologies you create. See this ecology layers and make them available to UST Ecology Engineer to be. You can create your own ecology layers. See, so that's the part right there. This is the part that I don't know how to do yet. Okay, but we will be doing these. If you are a really advanced user. Okay, and I'm going to come in here, make sure my chat is set up so it's working. Live chat, all messages. Okay, we are here. The unpack and repack instance group scripts also work with Ultra Scatter instance groups, so that's nice to know. If I just always forget that, and if you use Ultra Scenery to create fantastic scenes, Ultra Scenery Toolbox Volume 2 will make your work faster and smarter, so don't miss out on this essential toolbox. Okay, well, I just don't know. This part right here, I don't know. It obviously, by the look of this, okay, they are using Instance Group Locator. Now, that's not what we want. See, now, all of these plants here, these are all the typical plants from different, I recognize them all. So these are not, every one of these plants are in other Ultra Scenery, okay, toolbox, ecology engine. If you have handcrafted your own ecology layers, save them out as separate JSON objects in a file, an object file, okay, river skulls. See this, I've never seen river skulls. So this, now you can add that layer to any of your custom ecologies. See this part, I don't know how to do, and it doesn't look that difficult. Obviously, all this looks like you would do is come in and add where the new object is you'd like to scatter in Ultra Scenery. So you would point to where it is in your content library, and that would be it. Then you load it in here and it just populates it through the scene. So it doesn't look that hard, but I just, if you have handcrafted your own ecology layers, so how do we do that? And so what we're going to do is we're going to go take a look one more step back. This is Ultra Scenery Toolbox 1. And round marker, okay, height map generator, hide ecologies, mask build, show ecologies, square. Okay, so we're going to read with Ultra Scenery Toolbox 1. You can create your Ultra Scenery one leap forward. The toolbox contains 4 scripts to make working with Ultra Scenery scenes easier and create even more realistic scenes. This product requires CC6 plugin and the Ultra Scenery Realistic Sans landscape system to work. You will get scripts to hide, show ecologies in the scene. Hide ecologies scripts hides them and turns them all inactive in Ultra Scenery data. And the UST ecology script sets them active in the Ultra Scenery data, shows them if proxies are there. This makes working with the scene much easier. It does, because I think if you just hide them in Daz, there's, well, I don't know, they're not actually there. You just click on the thing and it hides it. So I'm not sure exactly how helpful that is. But let's see, the USD height map generator will help you generate height maps for your Ultra Scenery scenes. Now, this is another thing that I would like to learn. Even though I just found a height map generator. Oh, you know, a great height map generator is Bryce, because you can go in and you can shape the land, that you can paint the land and move the land, and then export these huge height maps that you can load into Ultra Scenery. So keep that in mind. Bryce has an awesome height map generator. Okay, so but this is a height map generator. Will help you generate height maps for your Ultra Scenery scenes. The height maps can be sloped, valleys, or ridge, and can be rotated 360 to fit your needs. They can also be generated with or without hydraulic erosion. The I don't believe this is going to be incredibly sophisticated, but it would still be pretty cool. It might actually be a little bit more sophisticated than the one that's actually in Bryce. So to some degree, the UST Mask Builder is a powerful script that allows you to easily create masks in your scene to both mask different ecology layers, affect the height map, or both. You just add the supplied markers, the round or square markers scaled. This is really important, because if you have like supposing you want to put a picnic blanket on the ground, well, you can just lay a square there, and then it won't put plants there, so they don't grow up through your blanket, okay? And I've spent hours and hours and hours trying to, one by one, get every piece of grass out of the area so I could lay a blanket down for a picnic. So, yeah, this is really huge. This part of, so these, if you work a lot with Ultra Scenery, you really should own these, okay? Another one here is where you can just take one little group of plants and you isolate which plant is in the way, which tree or whatever, and you can unpack them, delete that tree, repack it back up, real easy, and you're done. And these are really cool things. So what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of make a promise that I'm going to make a couple more videos after this one. I'm going to try to keep this video short and sweet, because I'm going to make another video right after I'm done with this, and I'm going to show you guys how to fix like clothing malfunctions once and for all. And I'm gonna show you how to fix them so that your scene is perfect, okay? And it's taken me many tries trying to do it in many different, many ways. And all of a sudden, I figured it out how to do it. And so we're going to have that in the next video. So I will after I'm done doing this video, I'm going to shut this video off and I'll come back and I'm going to show you how to fix like the crotch areas and underarm areas and parts of your clothing that you think, well, you can just make a morph and then bring the morph in and then slide the morph and it goes away. A lot of times it doesn't go away. And so we're going to fix that. I'm going to show you how to do it, the easiest way to do it, and it works, okay? So I'm going to do a couple more videos on this ultra scenery thing. This will be different videos, but I'm going to do a video on how to use these masks and show you how to make masks. And I think there is a YouTube video that shows masks, but we'll try to make ours a little bit more in depth, okay? If, you know, not too, we're very thankful when people make videos of that stuff, but there may be some YouTube videos that I couldn't find, but I couldn't find any videos on how to do this Ecology Engineer. So then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do another video on how to make your own scripts and do something like this. So you can, instead of little trees, you can put candles or pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns or whatever you want to scatter on the land instead of trees. So this is going to be fun. Okay, this is going to be really cool how to do this. Okay. So, because what's really difficult with ultra scenery is you could say, well, I could just use ultra scatter, but the problem is it wants to scatter the candles in the road, and then you have to select sections of the ground, and this is just easier to do. I believe. Oh, and it looks like they used a mask here so that there were no candles in that area. I'm not sure. So, and this sky, I recognize that HDRI. It's an old one. I can't remember what set it comes from, but very cool choice of HDRI for that. This is beautiful artwork. So now these little pieces of grass, I don't remember them. So I'm not sure what that's trying to represent. So we're going to jump into this now. So it's not that hard to do this, okay? So once you have the code 66, you have to install that through the Daz install manager, and you have to have your the toolbox installed. And you also have to have your Ultra Scenery installed. And I don't know, I don't think you have to have Toolbox 1 to use Toolbox 2. So that's another thing that's to just keep in mind, that I don't think you have to have Toolbox 1 installed, or vice versa. I don't think you have to, I'm sure you don't have to have Toolbox 2 because that came out later. All right, to use Toolbox 1. So, but all right, what we do now, these repack, these are just to go over this instance locator. This is how you find a certain thing. It helps you find which tree that you want to delete and which pack it's in. And then you unpack that instance and then unpack it, you delete it, then you repack it. Once you've done it, you repack that little grouping back into, and this does work. It works flawlessly. This particular toolkit, it makes very difficult things to do, things that take hours and hours if you use like just a generic unpacker, okay? It takes hours to find the right thing and delete it. So, all right, so what we're going to go in, this is the fun part of today, is this UST Ecology Engineer. So what I'm going to do is, okay, it says All right, I'm going to abort this right now because what we need to do first is put a camera into the scene. So we're going to go new camera. We'll copy the active perspective view. And then we're going to select that camera. And now we're going to open this UST. Let's see, fix it. You can't, it tells you not to be in that fix it just turned off Iray so that we're not trying to do this while we're in Iray. So what you see here on the left are all the ecologies that you own, okay? They're all in this list of ecologies. Just like what you see when you go into Ultra Scenery. Now these dead trees are really cool. So what we do is now I can open selected ecology and it shows me everything in the ecology. But that's not what you want to do because it also shows you them down here. So and that's kind of what's nifty about this. So what you do is you create a new ecology, and we'll call this Dead River. Okay, we're going to create something kind of creepy. So we'll go to this willows and so there's willows young, okay, and there's leaf litter, river logs, reeds, rushes. So we'll try to add the reeds, okay, and I don't know why this says fail, okay. Let's leave it in and see if we have reeds, okay. And then we're going to also go with this willows, add, they failed. Willows young, add layer, and willows. Okay. And then let's go here to this willows here. And let's go with water lilies. Add. And let's go with... Now, if you are looking for those little teeny, okay, since we have reeds, we don't need the river pebbles, okay. Let's go with flowers, add layer, and let's try something from something completely different here. Tropics. Leafy ground cover, ferns. Let's put some ferns here. They might not look right, but let's try it. Tangy apple orchard. And we're going to go with this blackthorn. I'm not sure what those are, but let's try it. And let's go with the hawthorn. Whatever those are, they sound kind of interesting. And then there's something here. What's this? Fallen apples. We don't want those. Clover. Let's throw some clover in here. And I want to try something really weird. Let's put some heather in here if we can. Let's see if these fail ones work. Okay. Because we'll know if there's no water lilies or reeds. And there were some more that I thought actually didn't work, and now they seem to be working. It won't let you put the same thing in twice. So just so you know, okay, we got heather, okay, base verge, heather. Let's throw some heather in here, add. And the heather doesn't like the heather either. So what we're going to do is call this Dead River and spooky, deserted place. We'll maybe have some, maybe we'll have some zombies or something. Save ecology and see what happens. Please correct this before saving. Okay, so they have affinity. Layer affinity. All right, what's wrong here? Field rocks. Okay, let's... Okay, fail. All right, edit layer affinity. At least it allows us to come in here. Affinity, clover. That didn't work. Now it looks like there's more problems than... It might be better to just get rid of these things. Drop layer ecology. Remove. Okay, remove the reeds. Cancel. Now if I remove a few of these, some of the others might actually work, okay? Because I'd really like to get some... I'd like to have the reeds, and I'd like to have the heather in this one, okay? Heather. Add. No, it will. What? Okay, what is it saying it's with? Okay, field rocks. Maybe we need to add field rocks. Oh, that might be it. Where we have to have field rocks add in order for that to work. Okay, now let's get rid of the heather. Drop. Remove layer. Okay, we'll go to heather now. Add. No, aspens. Fail, aspens. Okay, maybe we have to have some aspens in here as well. All right, well, let's add them. Now it fixed it. Okay, so, all right, that's what it is these are tied to other things that need to be in the scene. Okay, so, all right, now we can go now to this other one, which was the one with the... Let's see if we can figure this one out now. We add the reeds, and it says that we have to have field rocks. Okay, so we'll add some field rocks. Where are they? Or the field rocks may be a problem. Let's drop the ecology, and I think now my heather fails. Okay, so the reeds are going to have to go. And we'll throw the field rocks back in. Let's do that. Field rocks, add layer. Okay, so this is a spooky deserted place. So this is dead, not Deer River, Dead River. Okay, sounds pretty, huh? Yeah, leave it to me to come up with something funky like that. Save this. Okay, it does not have a material set. I don't know. Okay, let's grab... Okay, the material set may be the ground. So let's grab one. I don't know. I think it could be this. Okay, so just set material like that. Ground material, yes. So this is what the ground is going to look like for this. So if I switch it to, say, desert, and then set material, then it changes. So so you get to pick what material is going to be on the ground. I think we're going to go with this kind of dead dirt ground, this desert kind of ground look. Okay, save ecology. And now this has got all your stuff. It says author Rex Havit. This is all good. I can read this. Dead River, a spooky deserted place. Continue saving. All right, close the script. Yes, we want to exit out of the script. And now we can go into Ultra Scenery, open Ultra Scenery Creator, and pick a place. So let's go down in here. And let's do this one, the stony area. And then the ecology, we picked the ecology we just made. And it is called Dead River. I may have gone by it. I think I did, because that would be Dead River DE. There it is, Dead River. So we picked the ecology. We got to pick some kind of, let's do this brackish pond. And select our camera and build the scene. And here we go. we get to make so when other Daz people see your thing, they're going to say, what ecology is that? I've never seen daisies with heather, you know? And so you get to create a landscape that people just look at and say, wow, that's weird. And so we're going to take this further. Okay, now we can close that. It's all done. So we're going to take this further. Now we got to move our camera into a place that we can actually see something. There are so many trees here. We got to zoom out and see what this, okay, there, it looks like we'll be able to get in here, tuck ourselves into here. There we go. And we got a little bit of sky here. We got some river. Okay, now that we've found our where we want to do have our camera, now you go back and reopen Ultra Scenery. And you rebuild the scene. I'm starting to learn a little bit more about Ultra Scenery, that where, you know how you have that problem with Daz characters and their eyes turning black and all? Well, I'm like worried less about their eyes turning black than being able, so sometimes I'll move them maybe not that far from the center, but I'll move my characters out of center just so that I can, okay, now let's see what this looks like. Okay, a lot of these trees are going to be dead. They look like they've got these green kind of things, but they're actually just dead trees. So some of them aren't, but we're going to see which ones are and which ones aren't. So we got these big kind of boulder rocks here in this scene. We might have to put some river pebbles, now that I think of it. There's a lot in this scene. I put a bunch of different stuff in here, so I might have to take some stuff out in order to make an actual scene here. Okay, so we have a problem here. We have to go and control 9. We have to get out of Iray. I don't think I set the render settings to memory. And so it'll just keep trying. It's just like got so much stuff, it can't load this scene. And I have too much stuff in this scene. I've got ferns and willows. Will be able to get this to work, but I will have to do it. I'll have to take some of this stuff out. Some stuff out, I think. We'll see. We'll get it to work anyway, and then we'll see what we need to do. Render settings. We have to go to optimization. Oh, it is set to memory. How weird. All right, so it was just probably about ready to render, to show us. So it is set to memory. So this should show us what this is going to look like. With all these weird things, you know, like I don't really know that I need the clover layer if I'm going to have all of this heather like everywhere. And maybe the ferns might be able to go. I don't know. I wanted the willows layers, the willow seedlings. I had to throw in the other willow layers in order to have the heather. The heather. I could probably get rid of the aspens. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which ones were absolutely compulsory. I don't remember which ones were compulsory. So this will render in a moment here. It's just going to have to go through this computational period here for a moment. If it doesn't, then I've got to take stuff out. I don't think that's the thing about it. When you make your own scenes, you can go overboard and say, oh, I'd like to have some of these in there. I'd like to throw some of them in there and too, and some of this. And you can make scenes that just won't work because there's just too much stuff in it. So while we're talking, there are some rumors about the NVIDIA 5090 coming out. When it comes out, I don't know. Probably in a few months. The 5090 is going to be amazing. It's supposed to have DDR7 RAM in it, and it is also supposed to, and maybe because it's got the DDR7 RAM, maybe it might have 48 gigs of video memory. That is okay. It looks like it's trying to paint this scene. So we shall see. It says not responding. We just could have just run out of memory. So yeah, so the 5090, I am not, even though I have two 3090 graphics cards in my computer. These two graphics cards are just about as fast as a 4090. So there's no point in me buying a 4090 because I've got two 3090s that are just as fast as and the 4090 doesn't or the 4090, which the 4090 Ti, I think they discontinued. They just stopped making it. And I kind of went out and told them, don't make it. Don't even bother. I won't buy it. I will not be buying another graphics card until you give me 48 gigs of RAM. So don't even bother making it because I won't buy it. And so all of a sudden, they just came out and said, we scrapped it. We're not making the 4090. Good. You were smart. That was very smart. Do not put out another 90 series graphics card until it has 48 gigs of RAM. And the DDR7, yeah, of course. So, yeah. So that is the buy price. That is the upgrade level. It's got and if the 5090 doesn't have 48 gigs of RAM, I probably won't buy it. So, okay, so this is a problem, okay? So I just have too much stuff in here. I don't know if this is going to let me get out of Iray. So Iray just won't even load this. And that's what happens when it's got too much stuff for my 24 gigs of video RAM. So that's why I won't buy another 4090. I don't care how much faster it is. Okay, here we go. So if it doesn't have more video RAM, I don't care how much faster it is. Because like right now, the bottleneck isn't rendering, okay? It's because I can render a scene within 10, 20 minutes. That sure beats like waiting 2 days to render a little teeny sphere like I used to do years ago. So, that's, okay, so we're going to go into this build. We might as well go back into our creator now here into this smart content and open the Ecology Engineer and edit this ecology and just take some of these things out. Okay, this is a dead river, and it's now open the selected. Okay, these are the things here. What we're going to do is maybe we can get rid of these. Drop willows young, remove layers. Okay, I got rid of the willows. We're going to get rid of the clover also. And I don't think I can get rid of the aspens. Let's get rid of the ferns, okay? And now we'll save the ecology, replace, continue saving, okay, and close the script, exit. It's kind of good that that happens so that you know kind of what to do to go back in and reopen this up. Hello, welcome, welcome. Angus, good morning to you, dear friend. Good morning, Angus. And whoever else is here, thank you for hanging in and watching this, okay? I hope you are having fun and enjoying this and drinking either your morning coffee or tea or orange juice and having a wonderful morning. We are going to be doing some awesome stuff. So now what we're going to do is open Ultra Scenery again, go into build and rebuild the scene with much fewer items in it and see if we can get this to work. We might have to go back in and take a few more things out. It's amazing how quickly it can build this scene. It's just boom, 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 and the scene's there, but it's just too big to load into the memory of done, close. Let's see. Let me see. We are now trying to go into Iray. Let's see what happens. Show us this beautiful, magical scene. I might have to get rid of the hawthorns and the other ones. There were a couple of other plants there. What do we got? All right, show us the scene. We haven't even saved this with a name yet, so we're gonna try to close this. I'm gonna close out of Daz, because there might be something stuck in the memory, because I didn't actually close Daz. What I did was just said File New, and there might be some residuals left in the memory, because it should load this. Look, none of this, we got the heather layer is 14,000 items. Okay, we have a flowers layer. That's maybe what we should try and get rid of the flowers layer, because that's 2,000 items. But we'll worry about that later. Okay, what I'm going to do is, I like this camera angle. I like, this is going to be a beautiful scenery once we get it to show. So Control 9. Come on, take me out of Iray. What we'll do is we'll save this as Dead River, save the scene. We'll close Daz. We'll reopen it and give it a fresh loading into the RAM. Because the last scene that I made, look at this, is just... Okay, so come on, come back. Control 9. We are having some bad luck here with this. See, it doesn't really matter because I can bring this scene right back in and just align my camera back to this spot. It would be nicer if I didn't have to do that, but let's see. It's still trying to do something. You know, it's kind of pathetic that it's trying to do something, you know, but it just won't let us say, stop. Stop doing that, please. So, okay. All right, this is a Control Alternate Delete moment. I'm not waiting any longer for this. All right, Daz is obviously, it's not crashed or anything, but it's operator involved, okay? It's me. I did it because I tried to make it do something too big, okay, for it to do. So that is what we are looking at here. Okay. All right. Come on, Daz. Open up. Open up. So what I'll do is I'll go in and see if I can get rid of a few more things in there. We're going to go to Smart Content, Default, here, turn that off, Toolbox, Toolbox. Reset the scene up. So we didn't lose our ecology, okay? It's still in Ultra Scenery now. It stays there until you go in and delete it or something. We got to let it refresh. Okay, Toolbox 2. Okay, Volume 2. Utilities. Open this up. Fix it. We'll go out of Iray. Okay, we've got to find our toolbox, which should be right about the BCD Dead River. Okay, open the ecology. Now, willows, blackthorn, aspens, field rocks, flowers. Okay, we're going to drop the flowers. All right, it let us do that. Save the ecology. Replace. Continue. Okay, the flowers are gone. Now, exit, yes. Now we're going to go and create a camera like we did before. Accept. We'll look through the camera. Now we're going to go open up our Ultra Scenery. If I'm going too fast, just feel how bad. Just think of how I feel. Oh, now I forgot which one. Okay, I kind of remember. It was the rocks one. Oh, this is not easy. It was this one. This one. Stones. Looks like the same river, but just without a. Okay, now ecology was our dead river. We're in H's. We got to go to D. Dead river. The water was this kind of dark, brackish pond. And then we select our camera. Now the flowers are gone. Build the scene. We're almost there. Oh, I remember before this Ultra Scenery was accelerated plugin. If yours doesn't say accelerated, your Ultra Scenery, you have to buy the accelerator plugin, okay? And it speeds up Ultra Scenery like 10, 15 times. Without this accelerated plugin, if your Ultra Scenery doesn't have this here, you have to go out and buy this, okay? It's this accelerator that accelerates Ultra Scenery, okay? It does an amazing, amazing job accelerating Ultra Scenery, okay? And, okay, where is our river? Okay, there, it looks like we found some kind of river here. Okay, it's over here. I guess we were down about here. Yeah, and we come in a little bit more. We come up a little bit. I think this is roughly where we were. Not sure, but that looks kind of like what we had. All right, so we're going to file save this. Save as scene. Dead river. Okay. And now we're going to try to put this into Iray. Accept. That didn't take too long. All right, show us the money. Okay, I think I still have to put this look. Look what that was. For a moment, we had a glimmer. All right, we're going to go into render optimization. It says auto. We're going to go to memory. We have to be in memory. Please work. We have it saved, so at least I won't have to redo this. a brief moment. It looked like it was going to work. Come on. Come on, Ultra Scenery. Let's go to speed. See if speed will work. Something's very strange about all of this. Now, when you switch it to speed, I think it tries to load all the textures. I believe this scene is small enough that my 24 gigs should be able to... Okay, what I just realized is that once I moved my camera, I needed to go back in and repopulate. We won't have Heather here. We won't have all that stuff here. It's going to try and load all this stuff right into the... Maybe that's the way to do it at this point. Okay. Something is very off about this. Because it's saying, oh, this is Iray. Don't you like it? And it's not. It's not Iray. Let's go to texture shaded. It's supposed to be in memory. Okay. Okay, it crashed. That's okay. Close. I can deal with that. We already have it saved. So I think I saved it right after I perched into the location I wanted to be in. As soon as we get back into here to... All right, we're going to file open recent dead river. No. Okay, don't save the changes in this scene because we're going to work with a different scene. Okay, let's see what we got. What do we got? All right, this is good. It brought us back here. Now we're going to go to render settings, optimization, and we're going to set that to memory because that's what it's supposed to be. We're going to save this so I don't have to do that the next time I load this. Okay, it's trying to load this now. I cannot imagine what is holding this up now. All right, so we'll give it some time to try and correct itself out. We've got it freshly loaded. Okay, so something is wrong, okay? Because now it's saying, okay, this is it, but there's no color. No, there are no textures. And maybe it's still trying to load them. Yeah, because you see it's doing something right now. I'm so impatient, but the reason why I'm impatient is not so much because of me. It's because I'm online and I don't want to just sit here with a little blue circle spinning around and wasting all your time. So that is why I'm impatient. I have a feeling this is going to load up. There's no reason why. I've never seen Ultra Scenery do this, but I've never tried to mix all these different things up. Look at those trees. Those are exactly what I want. This is exactly what I want for the scene. We'll put a zombie here maybe with like really weird teeth and you know, in the middle of crossing the stream. All right. If I wait long enough, it might reticulate all this. I think maybe it's made a mess of the graphics card memory. We've tried to load it in there like 3 and 4 times. It doesn't. We're not going to have the heather. We're not going to have things we're supposed to have. They're going to be way out of the camera view. Okay, so what I'm going to do is try and get out of this again. I did save it with the memory part in. So what we might do is try to get out of Iray. And if it doesn't let me out, I'm going to boot myself out again. Oh, it did it. This is it. This is our scene. Okay. Now, so we go to Ultra Scene. We go to Favorites. We have to regenerate all the heather in here. So we go to Most Used, Ultra Scene Creator, Build, Rebuild. Now it's going to build it in front of the camera purview, okay? Because it was built from the purview of the camera when it was in a different place. And now it's in a new place. And so we have to rebuild the scene. So it rebuilds all the stuff in front of the new purview. So certain things it won't build in the scene because that are out of the purview of the camera. You know, like the trees it will, but other things it won't. And there is a way to go in and edit the trees and get rid of all the trees that aren't really. But in a scene like this, you may want them because if you have the sun coming from like the right or whatever, you want the sun coming through the trees. Okay, what just happened? It just totally changed the... Oh, I picked the wrong... I think I picked... What just happened? Well, this is all kind of messed up now. Let's see what... Okay, see, that's not the right... Oh, these are the right things, though. Let's see. I shouldn't have done that while I was in Iray. I should have gone out of Iray and then... Okay, see these things? Okay, these are what's supposed to be in the scene. But my terrain is different now. Like, picked a different terrain. See, this isn't working right. You know, I didn't have any problems when I tried to do this without, like, fixing the affinity things. Trying to force affinity items into this. So that's... Because as long as you don't use things that have any affinity whatsoever, or at least, I don't know. Because if you add two things, yeah, if something says it has an affinity, you might want to avoid some of them. So this is a little more complicated than what seems like on the surface. This is so messed up right now. I've never had Ultra Scenery do this before. Usually it just finishes and you wait a moment and it lets you go out of it. It's stuck in some kind of loop. We're in render settings. And it's not going to let me do this until it's done doing something weird. And I may just again have too many things in here, but I know I don't have too many things. Because like right now we have feature props, which would only be a couple of things, 179, 180 for the hawthorn layer, 229 for the willow seedlings. The heather is 9,000 items, but I've had like, 17,000 items before in a scene, and another 4,000 of another thing. So it doesn't seem like it should be doing this. Close. All right, you've pissed me off again. Control Alternate Delete. I'm not playing this game. I'm not Ultra Scenery. We're going to go and close the Daz application. You're not supposed to do this, but we're going to do it. We're going to close it and open it again. I'm not messing with this. I don't have the patience. All right, so we'll go into the render settings. We're going to get out of Iray, texture shaded. We're going to go into optimization and click memory like it's supposed to be, just so that's there. Open recent. Let's open the Dead River. Would you like to save changes? No. Clearing the scene. Well, I hope you do it well. Okay, we're back. All right, and it seems kind of stable. Now we're going to go back into Ultra Scenery File, Ultra Scenery Creator. Ecology is Dead River, the water, and the camera is set for that. Field rocks. The blackthorn, okay, okay, rebuild. It should just rebuild this and let me close right out. All right, it did it right that time. Close. That's why you need to just, okay, now we're going to save this. Because now we have heather here. We got these little teeny things here, whatever those little teeny trees are. There's a kind of there's something I might get rid of. I don't know. All right, let's see what we have. 200 willow seedlings. That's probably what these are. And we have 229 field rocks. Okay, those might be these things. We have 179 of them. Aspen layers, 184 hawthorn and blackthorn layers is 100. So about 200 of those each. Okay, let's see if we can get this to go into Iray. It will if we wait long enough, but let's hope. Now we're in this, the memory part seems to be working. This is going to be well worth all of this effort. As soon as this thing pops in and it's like, wow, there it is. So it's going to be well worth the effort. I recall having problems with the heather. I don't know if the heather layer of Ultra Scenery works all that well. I've gotten it to work before, but it's always had strange bugs. And and it's because it has these affinities, and I don't know that the affinities have been done right. See, it should, there are not that, it will render, but it shouldn't take this long to do that. But there are 9,000 pieces of heather. And the heather is, I think in these scenes, the heather is quite a detailed little piece of plant. It's not just a little few sprigs of grass. It's a detailed little plant to have 9,000 of them in it. I think the problem is, one of the problems is that I'm also on the far side of the land, which means that it has to create heather all the way, in front of the camera. So it's got to create it all the way across the land, which still 9,000 isn't that many. I've had, like I said, I've had 10,000, but that's pieces of 17,000 pieces of grass. But this heather is a little bit more of a detailed piece of plant. This will load. Okay, we saved it like this. Once it loads, it shouldn't have to keep going in and doing all of these kind of maneuvers here. Let's see what's going on with our performance here. Look at the GPU. It's just going nuts. But look, we're only using 10 gigs. But we're using 10 gigs of the video memory. But the problem is that I wonder if I were to turn on CPU, if it might help this. Just have to wait, and it will come through eventually, because I think what it's doing is it's trying to, the video RAM is trying to synchronize with the system RAM. The system RAM has a bunch of items sitting in it, and the video RAM is trying to synchronize and organize those little items together. And I believe, and I don't, now that I think of it, I don't know that this scene is actually sitting on an SSD drive. If I were to save it to an SSD drive, it might be able to access these little pieces of geometry a little faster. So I know this is going to work because it's only using, if it was like all the way up to 24 gigs here of memory, and it's using about 7 gigs for each of my 3090s. So it's only using about 7 gigs of 24 to make this scene, so of each card. But the 3D thing is going nuts. The CUDA cores are just freaking out. Oh, I still have another video to make, and I'm getting tired. I might have to take a little nap in between them. I've pretty much kind of shown you how this is done by going in and helping to make this. At this point, what I'm probably going to do is ditch the heather. So because there's something wrong with the heather, okay? And I've had this problem with the heather scene. I think I probably need to submit a ticket into Daz. Something's wrong with the heather here, and it's been that way for a while. So we're going to close this down. I'm not waiting. I am not waiting for this. We're just going to go in and edit the heather out of our scene. Watch it probably just, no, it didn't. So, all right, we're going to end task, reopen Daz, give it a moment to kind of clear up. Let's see, performance. We'll wait until it's emptied the scene. There's something in the RAM that's... Okay, clear that out, whatever it is. Come on. It's weird. That shouldn't have to keep some little margin of RAM. Like it looks like, yeah, 3 gigs are just being held there. And this one is, yeah, 3.7, 4 gigs. It's just holding there like I know you're coming back, so I'm going to just keep this sitting here. So I can hold up, so we can use that 4 gigs. I don't see anything else open here that I have open. No, Blender's not open, nothing. My email's not open. Cakewalk is open. Let's close Cakewalk. I don't think that was using 3 gigs. Give it another moment. It could be just the system is using it. Okay, we'll reopen Cakewalk. I mean, open Daz now. And what I'm going to do is edit this scene. We'll edit it before I even... I don't know how that got moved down there. Smart content, default, toolbox. I'm going to take the heather out. I've had too much trouble with the heather in the past. Utilities. Oh, this is toolbox 1. Toolbox 2. Utilities. Open this up. Fix it. Go out of Iray. All right, we're going to take, and this is it, the dead river. Open ecology. Let's get rid of the heather. Remove the heather layer. And we'll just put, what's in here in the desert one? Shrubs. Let's just put shrubs there. Add layer. Okay, let us put the shrubs in. And we're going to put some river pebbles. This would be here. River pebbles. Okay, and another huge thing. All right, save ecology. Replace. Continue saving. Close the script. Yes. Now we're going to put a camera in the scene. Oh, now we can reload our scene. Dead river. No. We'll reload our scene and then we'll repopulate it with the new ecology without the heather. And I will bet you it's just going to load right up. So there's something wrong with the heather. Okay. And let's see. Now let's go to Character Creator. And let's go to Build. Oh, I put another camera in the scene. We got to get rid of that. We already have a camera now with this one. We'll switch to that camera. Oh, Z. I guess I do need this camera. All right, this is the camera. All right, select Ultra Scenery. Let's go back to here. Most used Ultra Scenery. Go here. Rebuild. Without the heather. I can't believe how quickly it built that scene, and it was only taking up 10 gigs, which is a lot for the scene, but it gives me another 14 gigs to use. Like one figure I think takes up a gig. Okay, so we're done. Close. Watch this thing load right up. Okay, let's save this without the heather. And now we should have little river pebbles here too. Like 1,000. 12,000 river pebbles. Watch this load right up with the river pebbles. Yeah. See, it loads right up with 12,000 river pebbles, but it wouldn't load up with 9,000. So this is our scene. Everything is dead. It's a dead river. So it works, okay? So beware, okay? I can't say for sure why the heather doesn't work, but I've had like it only half work, where it was like I got a little bit of heather way over in the corner. And so I think there's something wrong with the heather thing. So I haven't seen people use it like ever. I've used it once or twice and had problems with it every time. So, all right. So this, now let's put some kind of sky in here. Let's mess with a general. This would be here in smart content. And so this is it. This is our, now, I mean, basically, if I go any further, I'm just making a scene. So I've shown now what I'm not seeing here, because I did have some kind, all right, look, we're supposed to have, okay, black hawthorn layer, okay, willow layer, these hawthorn, that must be these little trees, these things, okay? What we don't have is any grass, okay? So let's go back to our Ultra Scenery Toolkit. Open this up and go into here. Get out of Iray. Let's find our thing again. We've got to add maybe some tall grass. I like that tall grass that was there. Let's see. So first we have to bring our scene back. Okay, the dead river. Open the ecology. Then we can go up here. I saw some big tall grass. This looks like Australian bush. Now scrub litter forest. Add. Okay, that one's working. And let's go with the scrub litter. Add. And let's go with grass. All right. Save. Replace. Continue saving. There's no problems with those. Close the script. Exit. Let's go back to Ultra Scenery Creator. This is going to put another 15, 17,000 items in the scene, and they'll work fine. So, yeah, there's something wrong with the heather. Rebuild the scene. Okay, done. Close. Save. That put in 12,000. We have 12,000 river pebbles. Okay, and okay, we got 2,000 pieces of grass, shrub litter, and shrubs layer is only 30. So that didn't put as many of those shrubs as I thought it was going to do, but let's see. We still might need grass. Some kind of grass. Look at the shrubs now. We're getting there. I think this part's going to be too empty, but maybe not. This is kind of nice. I think we need something. This is just plain old ground here, and I think we need something on that. Okay, yeah, so we do. So let's go back and open up our engineer. We got to go out of Iray to do this. Open the engineer. And let's see, was this Australian bush? Do we just have plain old grass? Grass. Let's try that. Add layer. And let's add the grass verge. Let's splurge here. Add layer. Oh, we can't do that. We got to go back here to this to our thing first. Dead river. Throw that in here. Load new. Okay. Then we go back up here to the Australian bush. And we can add the grass. Poa grass. Grass. And I think I've already got verge. No, we don't have verge. Let's see if it'll let me. Okay. Save. Replace it. Continue saving. Close the script. Exit. Okay, we go up here. We go back to Ultra Scenery. We rebuild the scene. And here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This should put about maybe 17,000 pieces of grass in the scene. This will make the scene very sluggish, but it should still... I should have saved it, but let's see. Okay, it gave us some grass. I think that's enough grass. It doesn't, to my eye, look like it's just plain ground. It looks kind of like dirt, sort of dirt, like leaf dirt. So let's save this. Okay, this is Dead River. We're going to create another. Now, you see, this ecology, I can now use. This is my ecology. I can use this. It's like as if I just bought an entire new plugin for Unreal. I mean, not for Unreal, for Ultra Scenery. So now when I go into my Ultra Scenery list, I can just load this, set my camera up, and boom, have this. I would like to see this with like a distant light. Let's put a distant light in. And let's see what happens when we shine some light through these trees. Let's give the distant light some... Let's play with this a little bit, just because I like to. All right, so we're going to go down here. And let's add some illums to our distant light. And it should start peeking in through these trees and create the most awesome. Okay, we might have an environment conflict. because that should be showing. So let's see what's going on with our environment. Draw dome, dome and scene. No, it should be working. Okay, so let's go out of Iray. Let's find out where our distant light is shining. Okay, it's not shining in. Okay, where is our where's our camera? Okay, I don't see the camera. Okay. So what we would like this is for our distant light to be more near the this. What is up here? Okay, we're going to move this over towards the camera more. So the distant light is coming in here. All right. And now we should have some light. So go to our camera, go to Iray. We got to make use of these branches. If we're going to have all these branches in the scene, you've got to make use of them to create all kinds of shadows and shades. So this isn't working. So let's see what's up with it. Let's go to parameters again. Something's wrong. Let's go here to our, let's put a 9 here. Let's make it really bright sun. Okay, it's working now. So we're going to try something a little bit more discreet. And we'll go with, we'll make that 2 a 9. Okay, it's coming through, but well, let's make put a 1 there in front of the 9. And let's take the temperature down a little bit so it's not like white. That looks kind of cool and creepy still. All right, so we're going to bring this just so warm the light up a little bit. And of our distant light. And now let's add the really cool effect. 9. So the distant light is pointing somewhere in around here where I don't see it. But let's go back through our distant light. Let's find out where our camera is. Okay, the distant light might actually be coming. Yeah, it's under this. That's why we don't see it. It's actually under the... Let's go back to our camera and see if we can see that now. No, I don't see it. So let's go back to the distant light. Okay, these are strangely twisted. Oh, look at that. Wow. It's way off. Why is this so weirdly twisted? Okay. All right, I have really messed this up. Okay, X translate. Y translate. Move it down. Z translate, which would be this one. This is why I hate moving. Okay, X translate. Okay. X. Z. Can I see that with the camera now? Yes, we can. And that is the way our sun is coming in. Wow, that's exactly not the way I thought it was coming in. So we're going to rotate the sun right from here. We're going to bring the sun like that and bring it up so it's coming in like this. Okay. Now let's see what this looks like. Now we're going to get sun coming through the trees, creating all kinds of weird shadows. Maybe. I don't see it. It's not happening. What if we bring this up a little more? Okay, how about that? Okay, look at this now. See, we do have some shadows happening. Okay, let's go out of Iray for just a moment. All right. Yeah, that's nice, but we're going to bring it down just a bit so we get it through these trees a little more. 9. Iray. See, if you get the trees to kind of really obscure it a lot so that it's almost blocked completely out, then you can intensify it and have certain rays make it through and do some really cool stuff with it. So we're going to bring this down a little more. Turn it this way a little more. And bring it down a little more. Okay. Iray. Okay, so what we can do now, like I said, is intensify it some more. I think if I bring this up, so that it's coming at a higher angle into here. No, I'm just not getting the angle I want, but I'm getting the effect that I want. I'm just not getting the angle that I want. What if we bring this back some like this so that it's coming, and we take this. Okay, let's try that. I'm thinking that these trees, that there's just too many, that there might be just too thick of a thing of trees here. So the aspen, so if we turn off some of the, maybe the aspen layer. The aspen didn't do it. The hawthorn layer. I think these are willows. the dead trees or willows. One of these is going to give me some light through. We're going to turn off the blackthorn layer as well. And I've got aspens. What other trees have got? We have willow seedlings. I think that's these little tiny, like little. Okay, that just got rid of those big brushy kind of. There we go. So maybe we can turn on the hawthorn layer. And we can leave. All right. Now it's kind of doesn't look as secluded, kind of. It's like it looks too thinned out. And okay, the aspen layer we can leave on. So I think I've got to make it work with the hawthorns on. Now there's only 184 hawthorn trees, so I could theoretically unpack them with this with this tool. There are only 30 aspens. 184. We got just like one there and a little bit of one there and something in here. But this hawthorn layer kind of does it for this scene. It fills everything in. Yeah, it gives the scene kind of like authenticity. So we can't do without the hawthorn layer. But what I could do is bring the sun directly down from the top, not completely directly down, but we could just shine it in here. So that it has access to this area. It's probably still going to create shadows. All right. That did some. Look at these little. Oh, this is so nice now. We have some contrast here. We don't have to put a like a zombie in here. We could put like a deer or something. Or just maybe a little rabbit or something. I don't know if I have a bunny. We have polar bear. So we have to put a sky in here because this gray is just ugly. And the way I do skies is, let's try an HDRI this time instead of a plane. So we'll go to 9 here. Let's go to our environment option. I'm sure this HDRI here is messing with the whole scene as well. If I turn the scene off, oh, that's what we need to do. But let's put an HDRI in. See this, I'm kind of jumping out of my normal way of doing things. And so actually what I want to do is turn off. See, there's our Victoria male now. So she's kind of handsome. Yeah, we're liking that. So now, all right, what I'm thinking is I'm backtracking. We're going to go and do my plane thing. We're going to put the plane in here. Where's the plane? All right, we're going to lock our camera. We don't want to move the camera. So lock the camera. And then we're going to go to our plane, perspective view, plane. Where's the plane? All right, we're going to zoom out and see where we are here. Okay, so we did get kind of discombobulated off here from the track, but we're going to go over here. That's 0. Bring the plane up. And we'll go back here. Which way is the camera focusing? All right, let's look at the camera. Perspective view, camera. All right, we got to go to this. We're going to bring the plane like that, which would be 90 degrees here. And then we're going to go like this. We'll say 45. And then we're going to go Z. Oh, this again. X. That's why I hate having my scenes thrown off. Like Z. I might have to like move my X. Z. X. Okay, let's scale this and see what happens. And X. There's our sky plane. So now we're going to put surfaces on this plane. Base color, browse. To our HDRIs. Something cool. I like this green here. Alien. No, that's not going to work. See what we have. This kind of looks nice. I don't want a sun right in the middle, so I think I can push that over enough so the sun, because we have the sun coming from a different angle, so how could the sun be in front of us also at the same time? That is a 16K HDR. Hello. And what do we got? This time I'm going to try to just get away with loading it on. Okay, there's our 16K HDR. What happens when we raise this up a little bit? Look what we have. How about over this way? Okay, we can't put a sun there. Let's give it a chance. Okay. So we go back. This is called what? Oh, that's 16K. That's probably got to be at least 2 gigs of video RAM right there. That is called what? DSO3. Okay, so we go down here to emission. DSO3. Turn this on like that. And then we go here to luminance, DSO3. And we'll give that a 2. Let's see what that does. And then we should probably turn off and go up here to environment. That's a little too bright. Let's go to parameters. We're going to go scene only. Okay, that kind of fixed things a little bit. So we go back to our plane. And we take where was that? Plane. Oh, surfaces. And we go to this. We go to 9. That didn't work. Let's go to 500. Okay, let's just darken the sky. It's just too bright. Okay, and we're going to go up here to this. Glossy to the base color. We'll darken that. See if we can get it. That is terrible. An ugly sky. I think that's the worst sky I've ever done in my life. Okay, that's not working. So what we've got to do is go and find another sky. It's not a bad sky, it's just doesn't fit the scene. What if we go with more trees? Like another forest beyond this forest. What's this look like? This looks kind of yucky and brown like the other one. Oh, that's a night sky. I don't think I want to go night. Let's try this. Kind of an orange sky. And what one is this called? It is called AH Oh, that's, well, now we have a sun coming from the wrong direction again. This kind of works. All right, let's try putting this on our other maps. The emission and the luminance. Let's bring this up to another 9. Now we have something here. Okay, what if we turn off our distant light for a moment, see what our sky's doing here. Wow. Look at what we have here. Now these kind of skies just completely I don't know why they are so render hungry. Maybe because it's just a large plane. We're going to do a little test here and try. I'm going to try turning off my surfaces. Okay, we go. This looks amazing. This looks really, I mean, I could put a really spooky creature here. It's like Halloween. It's like Happy Halloween. Distant light. Okay, so we turned off our distant light. So we turned off a light. Okay, now I'm figuring this out. The reason why it's so render hungry is because there's less light in the scene. And the less light you have in the scene, the harder it is for the computer to, it's like low light situation kind of thing. And if you have a whole bunch of light lighting everything up, well, then the computer knows what everything is, and it can bounce off it easier. But when there's low light, it can take forever to render. But you know, this looks like it's still worth rendering. This reminds me of like some parts of England. Just, I don't know. This is beautiful. See how you every once in a while you just with these skies and with the scenery, you just all of a sudden you do something and the scene pops. And this little grass in here is just gorgeous. This is so beautiful. But it's a low light scene, and that is what is so. Okay, so I'm wondering if, and now if I turn up the light more, it will render easier, okay? But we may lose something. So we're going to go, this is Dead River. We're going to save this right here because this is the first thing that's because I can put an area light inside of here and just kind of have a scene within the scene kind of thing. Okay. So, but a scene like this could take hours and hours to render and get it to look right. This is just 10 minutes of 3 minutes, 4 minutes of rendering since I put that picture in. Okay. So we're going to go to surfaces and I'm going to try turning off my luminance map and see first of all if this fixes something. No, you see it now we lost something massive here. The sky looks way too contrasted out. I mean, it's okay, but no, we lost something massive. You just can't do this without putting your sky texture over the luminance as well. Yeah. So what happens when you put that over the luminant? Like this pink cloud puts off pink into the scene. This white area puts off white. And if you take that away, then the color that comes off the cloud is just like this gray color, actually. So now I can bring this up a little bit now. We could brighten the sky maybe a little bit. If I bring it up a little bit more, we might be able to get it to render a little bit. So this is just going to be one of those scenes that now I think we just lost something, so I'm going to go and undo that change. I like it the way it is, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and put a large spotlight in here to just light a little area here, like the moon is coming through maybe, so that it will at least fix some of this problem. we'll see how it works. So let's put a spotlight in. Okay, I think I'm going to end this video soon. Okay, I'm not going to build a whole scene because I'm going to stop this video, and then we're going to come in and I'm going to make another video today. So that's what we're going to be doing today, is making another video on a different subject. Okay, so I have figured out how to fix the clothing problem in Daz, and so that is what's going to be happening here. Is we're going to fix the clothing problem. All right, now there's like a tree branch in the way, but I think it'll still work. This light will still work. Okay, what happened? I lost my spotlight. Okay, we're going to have a little, okay, landing dock here. Okay, area, camera. Okay, now let's go back into Iray. Let's go to parameters on our spotlight and give that some illums. Where's our camera? Intensity. Okay, there it is. We're going to go with a 9 there. Okay, I'm seeing a little bit of light over here. Give it another 9. Okay. And maybe a 4. Yeah, see, that gives us a little bit of some kind of staging area in this. This is going to take hours to render. Okay, I think I'm going to make this light kind of bluish, like it's the moon. Okay, a little less maybe of the blue. I think we'll warm it up a little, so it's going to be a warmer blue. Yeah, that kind of. All right. So we need some kind of critter. Okay, so let's, I think we're going to try to keep this from being like horror film. And we're going to put a little kind of critter here, like a raccoon or something. I don't know what I've got for critters, but let's find a critter for in here. Smart content. Let's see what we have for critters that would live in the boreal forest. Okay. We got figures, and then we got creature, animals. Animals. What do we got for animals? We got a bat, a little lamb. I don't think I have a lot of animals. An elephant, gigantic spider, a bat. Got a cat, an elephant, a fish. A wolf. Let's do the wolf. Direwolf. Okay. All right, so we have to go out of Iray so we can find the wolf. Parameter, perspective view, find me the wolf. Okay, he's hidden down there. Okay, we're going to bring him into our scene over here. Go back to our camera view and see if he's there now. Almost. Parameters. Z, which way brings him this way? X brings him that way. Okay, rotate Y, we'll switch, bring him around. Up. Let's see what he looks like. We need to find a pose for him because, I mean, this looks like a cool pose, but he kind of looks stiff. So we got to get him haunching a little bit. He's not going to show his fur until we render him. All right, so let's go out of here. Let's find a pose. That should be in this, maybe in this direwolf poses, yeah. Let's try him howling. Yeah. And let's rotate him a little bit. Oh, that was the wrong thing. Okay. Bring him up a little bit. Okay. Let's see what we've got. So we'll call this Direwolf at Dead River. Okay, now I'm thinking that I don't like this blue light. I think I'd rather have it be more red. We've got to light him up. We just can't leave it like dark like that. We have to light him with something. So let's go with this color. Let's move it into the red world. Okay, that's too strong. We just could just take and make this white and use the temperature gauge of the light. Okay. Let's move him a little closer to the camera. Direwolf. And in. Okay, so I'm thinking now that this radius of the light is too much. So we'll take our spotlight and we'll kind of just bring it down on that direwolf so we're not lighting the whole area. but just kind of mainly him. So he stands out more, and we can lower the light. It's not spreading around as much. There's more of that beautiful red background hitting everything. It's just lighting too much of the area. Okay, and I knew that was going to be too bright. So we have to go now to our intensity. Let's go to our parameters. I do this over here. We're going to go now that's too dim. Okay, it's kind of hard to tell. I think it's still too bright. So we'll go down to like 5. Yeah, that works. And now let's do a render on this scene. See, I like to make a scene. I don't just like to come and make, show you how to do something. The whole purpose of working with 3D is making something that's really nice that you can share and show people what you made. Okay, so that, I just don't like to leave without showing you, helping you make a scene. And when I do that, then you learn little kind of things along the way also. And so then I'm going to be back, like I'm going to end this video and I'm coming back, and then I'm going into another really deep topic. Okay, so today we learned how to use the Ultra Scenery Toolbox to create these kinds of your own scenes, okay, from the Ecology Engineer. So we're going to now go into our render settings. We're at 2000. Okay, we're at 16:9. Optimization was a progressive rendering. Let's go to maximum samples, maximum time. We just have to do this every time. And turn the rendering off, render quality off, so it'll just keep rendering. Well, I clicked on it, but okay, that's off. Okay, save this again. I'd like to maybe move my camera down just a smidgen so that this, or I could just move the wolf back a bit. I could also move him ahead more, but that's what I'm going to do. But let's just make a render and see what he looks like here first. Okay. This is going to take a couple of hours to render because of all those little speckled dots. Yep, it is. Let's get this over here so we can see what kind of damage we're doing here. Oh, no, that's not bad. This will only take maybe 20 minutes or So to render, okay. Look at this now. We got. Is his foot going through the. Can't quite tell. I don't think. If I can't tell, I don't think anyone else could tell, but. This is the Direwolf at Dead River. Or the Dead River Direwolf. Yeah, the Dead River Direwolf. So these right here, those are going to take hours. I may have to just leave this, and it may not even reticulate out because we're almost at 1,000 right now, and it doesn't look like it's done anything to make those little dots smaller. Well, there was one just big jump right there. Yeah, you have to render and render and render and render. And from it's like when you see somebody painting something and they're adding the light and shadows to the face, and all of a sudden the face starts to have realism. Well, these little dots don't look real, but at some point they're going to it's the light hitting these tiny little pieces of grass. The Daz artists are so, I'm hard on Daz sometimes, and for good reason. I have some legitimate gripes, but I hope that they know that I'm at the same time I'm in awe of their art, of the art. I'm in absolute stunned awe of how beautiful all of these this grass right here is. It's picking up the light perfectly. It just needs to render and reticulate. We're at 1,200, so this has got to go up to, I think this image is kind of done. We got this here, and I could come in and it's called I can't think of what the word is, where it takes all the little dots out of it and d dot the thing. I don't like to use that. I like for it to render as long as it needs to go. So every once in a while you'll see it make a big jump. This is amazing. This is just really amazing. I'm wondering if the Direwolf needs to be, if this light here needs to be a little warmer on the. If I make it more warm, then it's going. Then he won't stand out enough in the scene. I've made so many dark scenes where just everything in the scene is dark. My eyes adjust so much to it that it seems like, it's okay. These trees are amazing. This is amazing here. So we're at 2,000 iterations. Usually an image is done at 2,000 iterations. So I'm going to just have to, unfortunately, I'm going to have to stop this so I can start the next tutorial. So, but you get a basic, you can see now these trees in here are starting to look like they're kind of okay. All right, I'll let it go to, we'll go to 4,000 before I stop it. Okay, so we can see maybe it'll have a couple of clicks where it just kind of gets finished. Like these look fine now in here in the back before they were all little dots. And he's got some problems here with this. So we're at 3,000 already now. So I'm going to stop it at 4,000, and I'll re-render it like overnight. I'll just sleep while it renders to thousands and thousands of iterations, and it will every once in a while I'm seeing it just boom, like click in and do a little bit, show a little more detail and a little more detail. So luckily it's going fast. Sometimes I do this and it just goes really slow, and it's still rendering with the graphics card, but it's just going slow as can be. So this kind of looks acceptable, sort of, maybe. This doesn't. This is just this kind of looks like it was painted with a brush real quickly. But this is starting to look a little better. This is looking really defined in here. So every once in a while it just boom does a major update and clicks, and the same with the little dots on his fur here. Those have got to get reticulated more, a lot more. They're okay to be there. They just need to. This is like crystal clear. Yeah, that sky is beautiful up there. That pink sky is beautiful. This is just really, really nice. I have to make sure my sky goes all the way to the end. Yeah, we don't have a little gray patch where the plane ran out. Okay, we got another 200, and I'm going to stop this. Then I'm going to stop the video, and I'm going to come right back, okay? And we're going to switch gears, and I am going to show you how to repair clothing malfunctions. Remember, I had problems with the crotch area of the pants, and at the end, when I brought in the morph, it sort of fixed it, but it didn't really fix it. Well, I'm going to show you how to fix it once and for all, okay? And so it stays fixed. It's not the absolute optimal thing, but if you're making, it's for Daz. This is a fix for inside Daz, because we don't have modeling tools. Look how this just had another click here. Now this is starting to look like little pieces of grass rather than somebody just painted it in with a brush. We're at 4,500. God, I'd really love to let this finish, but I am not going to. So we're going to cancel it right here. And this is called the Dead River Direwolf. And I will come back and I will render this tonight or tomorrow or something. It's, I mean, almost like there. Look what it looked like before. So all right, so we're going to go here, save as, so that I have the same name on this. Make sure I have that spelled right. Okay, Dead River Direwolf. It's going to pop up. Come on. All right, accept. Okay, I hope you learned something now. I will be back with more about the Ultra Scenery Toolbox. I'd like to find a way to bring in my own, if we can find a way to bring in our own grass and our own rocks and own things like that, that would be really cool to just be able to switch them out with our own assets and items and grass and flowers, and that would be so awesome. So we're going to be doing that, and also I'm going to be making a separate video also with Ultra Scenery on masking. So we're gonna have 2 videos. All right, so thank you for watching. I will be back with another tutorial. I'll be back in probably less than 10 minutes. So hang around, Angus. Thank you for watching. Hang around, and I will be back with another video on fixing malfunctions in clothing. All right, I will see you soon. This is Rex Red saying so long for now. Please like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, leave comments, and I will see you again in the next video. This is EZ3DTV saying so long for now. I hope you learned something. Take care. Bye-bye.